and welcome. Tina McDermott here from Tina's Joyful Kitchen, and today we're going to make a really quick dessert, and it's Blackberry Cobbler with whipped coconut cream. I'm salivating even talking about it. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. My lovely assistant prepared a lot of stuff for us. And the very first thing you want to do is turn your oven on to 350 degrees, and it's going to cook for about 20 to 30 minutes depending on your oven. I have a little toaster oven that I use often, and it cooks a little quicker, so I'm probably going to only use 20 minutes. Get yourself a casserole dish and coconut oil. There's coconut oil on the bottom here. If you don't want to put coconut oil, put a little parchment on there, parchment paper, but the coconut oil is what you need to do. So put some coconut oil on there. My husband doesn't like blackberries all that much, and to be honest, I'm glad I bought the blueberries because one of my packages of blackberries went bad. Well, it had a little fuzzy stuff on it, and I'm like, ooh, that's going right in the trash. Well, it went right back to Mother Earth in my compost pile. So what I have in here is a mixture of blueberries and blackberries. And remember, I'm the inspirational chef, so if you want raspberries, if you want strawberries, whatever berry will work. As a matter of fact, whatever fruit you want will work with this, but this one just so happens to be blackberry / blueberry cobbler. In here also I put a pinch of salt, tapioca flour. There's some tapioca flour. I always keep it in a tall jar. And tapioca flour because it doesn't have gluten, okay? A lot of cobblers, you want to put a little bit of flour in there. It just helps to distribute, it just helps make it thicker. That's what I'm looking for, okay? That's the word I'm looking for. There's a little bit of maple syrup or honey. You could put honey in here as well. We put a half a lemon in here. We juiced a half a lemon and some wonderful, organic, delicious vanilla. Let me tell you, don't chintz on the vanilla. Get some really good vanilla and it will make a difference to your dish. Super simple. We're just going to mix that tapioca flour and the maple syrup. I think she put honey in here. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can also use monk fruit if you want. Monk fruit is a sweetener that's made from a fruit that does not elevate your blood sugar levels. So super simple. I'm just mixing it all up. Of course, I washed the berries thoroughly, right? Always wash your berries. And you know, you could also use frozen fruit with this recipe. Frozen berries work beautifully. And the beauty of frozen fruit is that they pick the fruit and they freeze it right away. So all of the digestive enzymes are intact because we don't know how long did this sit on the shelf. How long did it take to travel on the truck or plane or wherever it came from. But frozen is actually better for you. But we're not going to do frozen. I bought fresh and we're going to do the fresh. So here's our casserole dish. Pour in the fruit, tapioca, honey, and/or maple syrup, a little pinch of salt, and lemon. I love lemon. If you wanted, you could also zest a little lemon and put a little lemon zest in here, and that would be beautiful. And that would be beautiful. Next, we're going to mix the topping. And in our topping, almond flour. It's gluten-free, and it's just a really good heart-healthy fat for you. I always store it in the refrigerator. Any kind of nuts or seeds you want to store in the refrigerator. So I have a container that gets stored in the refrigerator. There's some coconut oil in here, a couple tablespoons of coconut oil, some honey or maple syrup. I'm pretty sure we put maple syrup in this one, and some cinnamon and some sea salt. We want a little bit of sea salt. So you're just going to mix that up. Mix it up. It looks like my lovely assistant mixed it up beautifully for me. And now we're just going to put it on as the topping. And that's it. Just get dollops of it and dollop it around. You could do this with your hands, but it's a little sticky, it's a little messy, so just get your spoon and dollop it on top. There we go. We're not trying to cover the whole top. You're just making a little cobbler. There we go, almost done. Doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to, well, I think it is pretty, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't think any of this has to be perfect. It doesn't matter. It's all gonna cook Doesn't have to be evenly distributed, nothing. This is perfect, exactly the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and I'm going to take out the equipment from the refrigerator for the coconut whipped cream. I'll be right back. The secret to really good coconut whipped cream is you're going to buy organic coconut cream, put it in the refrigerator, top side down, and you're going to chill your bowl in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes ahead of time. I have to confess, I have had whipped cream failures in the past, and my hands, both of my fingers are crossed on both sides that we are going to have beautiful, delicious, wonderful whipped cream today. Now, what you want to do is just take the cream from the top. You know, I'm going to get a spoon. Here, we'll use this. Nope, I want a nice clean spoon. I'm going to get a nice clean spoon, and we're going to spoon out just the fat. The liquid I'm going to pour into another container for later. And I'm just going to spoon out the fat. Here it is. Here it is. All of the fat. Get rid of the liquid. The liquid will make you fail on this, as I have done too many times, and you are going to have beautiful whipped coconut cream when you make this. I love dairy. I think dairy is wonderful, but I think coconut is so delicious and good for you that I recommend that you try to eat coconut every single day. Coconut is antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial. We need coconut in our lives on a daily basis. I'm trying to get all the goodness of that fat out of that can. And you want to go organic also, so you make sure you're not getting the plastic and that's in the liner in a lot of canned food. So I go organic on that. And here we go. Nothing in it. Don't put anything in that. Not yet anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and whip it, and I'll be right back. This takes a little bit of time and a lot of patience. A little bit of time and a lot of patience. And guess what? Even if it is a frosting failure, even if it is, I have to laugh because I have this curse about coconut cream frosting. Even if it is a frosting failure, it is delicious. I just needed to incorporate it all, and I'm going to whip it one more time, see if I can get a little bit of whippy going on, and I'll be right back. Okay, next I'm going to add just a pinch of sea salt, just a pinch, nothing more. I'm going to add just a little bit of honey because I want to get this a little sweet, just a little sweet, nothing crazy sweet, okay? I'm going to put a little, just a smidgen of some vanilla. If I would say that's maybe a half to a quarter teaspoon, and we're going to finish whipping it. And there we have it, our coconut cream, whipped cream that will be dolloped right on top of that Blackberry Cobbler when it comes out of the oven. All right, here's our Blackberry together cobbler that just came out of a very hot oven. And we are going to serve it. We're going to serve it, here we go, with our whipped coconut cream. So put a couple of dollops of that in a bowl, and then get your whipped coconut cream, and make sure you keep this in the refrigerator and that you eat it because it's really good. It's really, really, really yummy and delicious. Now I'm going to put a bigger dollop on there because I really love the coconut cream. And there we have it. Blackberry/blueberry cobbler with our whipped coconut cream.